Red alert! Name change suggested for Meghan's Spotify podcast. The name Archetypes is really not suitable for her. Hi everyone, welcome to my Royalty Buzz channel. I'm Gracie and today I'm going to make some very bold suggestions. Please bear with me. I hope you enjoy the video as I enjoy myself preparing it for you. Meghan's Spotify podcast 4th installment released on 4th October proves once again Meghan is a liar, a chronic liar. And so, I suggest we should change the name Archetypes to something else. Let's find out what that something else should be, what the new name should be. Full of falsehoods again. In the 4th October Spotify podcast, Demystification of Dragon Lady with Margaret Cho and Lisa Ling, Meghan the liar strikes again. What lies did she utter this time? I will only focus on one of them because I think this is so stupid of her and it doesn't put the Koreans in good light. Meghan Markle, the chronic liar. Well, let's look at the transcript at the beginning of the podcast. And part of that, my mom and I would often go to the Korean spa together. Now, those of you who haven't been to one before, it's a very humbling experience for a girl going through puberty because you enter a room with women from ages 9 to maybe 90, all walking around naked and waiting to get a body scrub on one of the tables lined up in a row. All I wanted was a bathing suit, but you're not allowed, by the way. And once I was over that adolescent embarrassment, my mom and I would go upstairs. We would sit in the room upstairs, having a steaming bowl of the most delicious noodles. And we look around at all of these other women, these beautiful Korean women who had embraced the generational tradition of the gingerbang and shared it with one another. Goodness, walking around naked and eating naked. What is she trying to do? What is she trying to do? What is she trying to say? My goodness, I'm almost speechless. I'm becoming incoherent just reading this part. Korean spas, for goodness sake, Meghan Markle provide towels, bathrobes, spa attire, and slippers for customers. The women do not walk around stark naked. And I have uploaded a picture to prove my point. Look at these two women. They are customers and they are wearing the spa attire. This Meghan really needs to seek psychological counseling. She's such a chronic liar. It's unbelievable. At her ripe old age of maybe, most likely, 45, and she cannot stop herself lying. How is she ever going to teach her children to tell the truth and not lie? What kind of role model is she giving to her own two beautiful children? So I was thinking, since it's full of falsehoods again, what about archetypal liar for her podcast? Instead of archetypes, let's call it archetypal liar. Why do I suggest this name? Because first, it fulfills 3 criteria. Firstly, it is named after her. So it generates direct publicity for her. How is it named after her? Because she's a liar. Okay? So it's her name. Third, it is one accurate description of the Meghan Markle we all know. So it is accurate. We are not saying something that is not there. I think archetypal liar is pretty accurate. It's pretty appropriate for her. What do you think? This time round, like the previous 3 podcasts for Archetypes, her guests are way beyond her intellectual level as always. What's new? And yet she talks as much as them, if not more. And then when they talk about something interesting, instead of asking more probing questions, she goes, You can count that quite a few times. And the other problem I have with this podcast is the meager intros that do not do any justice to the 2 guests, showing that Meghan is lazy, plain lazy. She can't be bothered to do any proper background checks on their credentials because these 2 Asian Americans are super achievers, overachieving. But look at the kind of introductions she gave them. Short and incomplete. You can make it short, but you must put in what else they are doing, because the what else are important. The what else are fantastic. So is she trying to belittle them? Is she trying to reduce them? Like what she's trying to say about the issue in this podcast about dehumanization of Asian women, is she also trying to belittle them? She may not be dehumanizing them. Could she be also belittling them, reducing them? And look at what she has to say about Lisa Ling. Oh my goodness. Just one sentence. An American of Chinese and Taiwanese descent, best known for her work on networks like CNN, NetGeo, and HBO Max. Oh goodness gracious me. Now I have kind of cut and paste from Wikipedia and some other websites about Margaret Cho and Lisa Ling. Y'all can take your time to read it, but you can see she's very capable, very accomplished, and Meghan's introduction does no justice to her. Look at Lisa Ling. Again, this woman is fantastic. Oh, I had such a big girl crush on her when I was in the university doing my master's degree, and was thinking, oh my goodness, this woman is so sexy, so clever, you know. And look at what she did to her. Just one line to introduce her. So for me, she has failed again. And this is a very interesting topic. The mystification, the demystification of the Dragon Lady. Meghan failed to do any justice to this topic. An epic fail. Reasons? Let me give it now. Meghan's failures. First, failed to ask probing questions. These two ladies are so interesting because they have such a rich life. They have such a interesting, challenging life. They went through so much, and yet when she started sharing their stories, she failed to ask probing questions. Two, she did not do research or sufficient homework. This is a very, very interesting topic for many. It is not a new topic. So there's a whole host of research out there. But instead, the treatment that Meghan has given here is epic shallow. And of course, she failed again because there's her usual line about her own experience. What's new, Meghan? And what are the reasons she failed to do the areas that I mentioned that I believe are crucial to any podcast? Well, I'm going to suggest some reasons. Tell me if you agree with me. Epic lazy? Can Meghan actually be lazy? Well, if she's lazy, it could be because she has some stupid misplaced confidence in her own abilities. Time and again, we have heard people telling us that she has this supreme confidence in herself. She thinks she's superior to everyone else. So, she can't be bothered to do her research, to do the readings. There's so much research done out there by experts, by scholars on the myth of the Dragon Lady in post-colonial literature, in Asian American literature. And this is all Meghan can come up with. Wow. This woman doesn't read. She doesn't believe in expanding her mind. She's badly educated because she doesn't believe in becoming better with more knowledge. Stupid, misplaced confidence. And then wrong priorities could be because she's always focusing on darkening her skin, pondering over what to wear to create impact and generate buzz. She's all about publicity, isn't it? She's constantly feeding the press. She's getting her people all the time to feed the press. to generate stories about herself? Or is she busy with avenging her perceived hurts during her short time with the royal family? Busy with attacking the royal family and the late queen? Or, ha ha ha, is she preoccupied with the upcoming depositions made by her stepsister Samantha Markle, whom she so ruthlessly defamed? Well, I've come to the end of this episode about Spotify podcast installment 4. Tell me what you think. Do you agree with me? Or do you have other views? Please share below. I will try to respond to every view. Thank you. I've come to the end of my video today, and I really would like to listen to your views. Please send me some messages. In the meantime, take care and stay well, stay safe. Bye bye.